Good afternoon, everyone. It's Ivan Lee, the head of High Volume Division, also the general manager of Exxon. It is really a big pleasure for me to do this presentation to explain to all of you about high volume business and technology. Now I'm staying in Shenzhen in Exxon's meeting room. So it's so regret for me to cannot join this event on site. However, I still hope I can clear transfer our technology and market information to you online. But you should forgive my poor English language skill. So firstly, I would like to start my presentation from a short introduction video, which explains what we are doing and what we can do. Okay, next slide, please.
From a future you can't see to a reality that you can touch. From a distance to the comfort of your home, to all of the things that light up your life. You can't sense we're there, but we are. We combine. We connect. We protect. We make things smaller. We make them reliable. We make them safer. Our role may not be obvious, but we take pride in our contribution to a bigger world.
Next slide, please. Okay, so through this video, I believe you had already acknowledged what we are mainly focused. Yes, Exxon always focus on the dispensing-related equipment development since 2008. Till today, almost had already accumulated 15 years technical experience. So just like the video show, you cannot sense us, but we are. The glue material application had become more and more popular and also more important in our articles for daily use, not only for connect, but also for protect. After several years of market development and investigation, we finally built our high volume principal target industry, which include consumer electronics, automotive, semiconductor, and final assembly. The rationale to build such target industry due to we think that all of these are for our potential high volume market and opportunity. And all of this is belong to technical driver. It can take us to go to the next level with a continuous healthy growth, whatever the revenue or the profit. Actually, for every targeted industry, we also build a different strategy based on current stage and situation separately. So for consumer electronic during past years, we had already got a big success, especially in Chinese market. Now we will continue to consolidate the leader position in China and expand to overseas. We also had success involved in several EV key parts supply chain, and we will target to expand such application to others, include other parts or other EV brand, so that we can capitalize on the electrification trend. Semiconductor industry belong to a relative earlier stage, whatever from the technical side or the market share side. So we will continue to invest to ensure we can launch the robust products into several attractive segments in time, both for package level and wafer level. The last one is the final assembly, which always share the same customer with the consumer electronic or automotive. The total solutions offer can help us increase the customer stickiness and also exercise our automation ability, which it would be much beneficial for us to expand our product portfolio in future. So now the following slide will do a brief explanation for every target industry. Next slide, please. So before explaining the target industry, I also would like to introduce a common application. Firstly, which across the different industry, we call it PCB assembly. I think just now Clemens had already explained the PCB assembly called technology. So as we know, whatever a smartphone or a car, there are more and more print secured boards in it, according to the technical development. Maybe for different chip size, for different package, or different function. It all need to do different dispensing for protect or connect, like unfair, color bonding, encapsulation, and so on. Combined with the customer's different requirements, include the productivity concern, the product size concern, or the production environment concern. We had launched a seriously modeled machine to meet the customer requirement. Every different machine has their own unique characters, just like big size, high productivity, clean room level, or super high accuracy. Last year, we acquired a local screen print manufacturer, HCC, which means in SMT field, now we can provide not only dispenser, but also the screen print, which all belong to the key equipment in this market. Next slide, please. As I mentioned before, during past years, we had got a big success, especially in consumer electronic industry, accumulate a very strong customer base in China and also overseas. The most typical application is for smartphone manufacture. Almost every smartphone's key parts and the key assembly process, we all can provide the fully experienced dispensing solution. Till today, we had built a strategy level partnership with top 10 manufacturers, also top 10, the EMS, and at least the top 5 ODM manufacturers. So for these segments, we had already delivered more than 10,000 sales machines totally for different applications, different process. Additionally, we also expand our solution to other electronic products, like TWS, like smartwatch, such wearable products with more and more competitive solution. Next slide, please. About 3 years ago, we decided to develop the automotive market, especially based on the quickly growth for EV. More and more electronic boards be assembled in the car, which all need to do the dispensing. So till today, we also had launched and delivered several hundred different machines in this industry, especially for now the global top 1 EV manufacturer. The application had covered like coating, the thermal interface material dispensing, and glue porting, and so on. Compared with the consumer electronic industry, the technical requirement is totally different, which for consumer electronic market, it always pursues a super low volume glue dispensing and high productivity. However, the automotive industry normally require a high volume glue dispensing, but a super stable performance. with a almost fully closed loop inspection to ensure the production process is always under control and have a very good traceability. So for such different industry and different technical requirement, we need to develop the totally different technical, include hardware and software. So it also provides a new challenge, but also a new opportunity to us. Next slide, please. Semiconductor industry is a high volume's next important growth point, especially from the profit side. This is also a high technical threshold market, especially in China. This needs a continuous high R&D and market investment. So for this industry, we are developing two different products, include plasma and dispensing, for both package level and wafer level. So Exxon now are cooperating with a third party which provides a unique plasma technology to present a clean solution for microchip and wafer, so that it can reduce the surface tension. Compared with the traditionally vacuum plasma solution, ours can provide a super fast uniform treatment of material and at the same time is particle free. Additionally, as we know, the normally process after the plasma, the next process is dispensing. So it also strengthens our product's competitiveness in this field. Now we also do some research to investigate the possibility and opportunity in semiconductor market for die bonding application. So all of this we are doing just make us to ensure we can launch the robust product into several attractive segments in time. Next slide, please. The last target industry is final assembly, include consumer products or even EV. We find during their back-end production phase, once the dispensing process is required, the typical process after and before dispensing is always similar, which like it showed, it always involves the surface treatment, the inspection, and attachment, and curing, and then unload. It's a similar process. So we connect such requirement from existing customer and then develop the total solution accordingly. We try to create a standard module for separately function, which makes it easy to fabricate to other customers. Due to the labor cost increase and industry 4.0 technology development, we believe for this target industry, there are more and more big opportunity in future. Next slide, please. Okay, so after the target industry explanation, we also would like to do some presentation about the dispensing market and our revenue growth. So during the past years, due to our continuous R&D investment, strictly follow our market strategy, and also headquarters support, high volumes business keep quickly and healthy growth always, which take around 40% CAGR during past 6 years, whatever the revenue or the EBIT. The market share and rank is also improved every year. Like a high volume of now, the high volume of Micronic, the global rank in dispensing electronic market from the number 4 in 2019, and now is already become the number 1 in 2021. So now for us, we aim for next wave of profitability growth. Next slide, please. When we review the global dispensing market size and the market tendency, we also find it always keep growing. Totally market keeps around 3% CAGR during the next 5 years. China still be the dominant market, but overseas market growth is more quickly. We divide the electronic dispensing into different applications, combined with our market strategy. The high volume targets higher than 18% of total global electronic dispensing market. The next step for us, we think, it would be continuous develop and improve our product and market in this target industry. And additionally, we are trying to make effort to expand the market from the local to overseas as possible. In the near future, we hope the sales distribution from overseas market can be beyond 30%. We think it is also a very important guarantee to ensure our profitability. And also, it makes a big sense to avoid the more and more seriously competition in China. Next slide, please. Okay, so to align with global finance target and also combine with high volumes the current situation, we still consider to implement the different action to ensure our next wave of profitable growth, include M&A or new product development by ourselves, which is not in our current roadmap. So from the market side, we will improve our strategy from two different perspectives. One is we call in dispensing beyond industry, which means maybe the similar product principle with different application, just like the medical, the defense out of electronic industry. So it is maybe our next target industry. Another is we call it in industry beyond dispensing. So catch the new market share with a new product, but in our existing target industry, just like the attachment machine, inspection for the glue, mainly for the glue, and maybe the metrology, and so on. So additionally, with our growing share of overseas sales, high volume always encourage a diverse and inclusive recruitment strategy, especially regarding the female career and leadership development. Next slide, please. Okay, so these are my mainly presentation from high volume division side. I hope it can help you to understand our business, also our target and our future action plan. So now I also would like to take a briefly summary about the whole presentation. Firstly, for our ambition, we has become a #1 high volume assembly solution provider for electronics production with a core in dispensing. So combined with this ambitious target, we also build our clear strategy based on different target industry, include just for consumer electronic and the final assembly industry. We will continue to consolidate the leader position in Chinese market and expand to overseas. For semiconductor industry, we will continue to invest the R&D and technology to launch the robust products into several attractive segments, both for page level and wafer level. And for automotive, we make effort to capitalize the electrification trend to get a continuous health growth in this area. Finally, develop the overseas market to increase the distribution and get a good profitability. At the same time, we will also implement the M&A strategy, or just like this Edison project, to ensure we can achieve the next wave of profitable growth. That's all. Thank you.